our new space. Well, it's not new, but welcome to our space where we basically, well, not we, me. So here's the deal. Here's the dealio, okay? I've come back. I've come back to the tube. I've come back to the YouTube. And the reason for that is quite interesting. Okay, let's take a walk, shall we? Let's take a walk, okay, for a moment. So I originally created this YouTube channel back in high school where I could just, do what everybody else mainly was doing, the vlogs, the good get ready with me's and yada yada yada. But then I wasn't consistent. I was not consistent, and the reason for that is because, one, I was doing things because I saw everybody else doing it and not really because I wanted to, and B, now that I'm a little bit, more mature now, not only was I doing something that I necessarily didn't want to do, but I also didn't have vision behind it. So I was just doing things willy-nilly just because it had no vision. And yeah, I kind of left it go. I kind of let it go. Sorry. So that was that. But I always kind of always knew that I would end up going back to this channel or to this space or platform, if you will. I do not like saying that, but yeah, back to this platform. But I was like, I don't know what I would do with it. So I kind of just left it alone, and I would come on. Like, I posted a video maybe 2 years ago. Wow, it's been 2 years. I posted a video maybe 2 years ago talking about whatever I was talking about, and even then I didn't have clear vision of what this channel or this platform would be about. I had an idea, but it wasn't clear. And I truly believe that this year is the year where I gain clear vision. Yeah, I truly believe. And even it really started in December of 22, where I began to get clear vision. I began to get clear vision on what I was doing, why I was doing it, and even a little bit of how. Not the full how, but a little bit of how I ought to do it. And so I'm really excited. Really excited. So let me just give y'all a rundown of what this channel will finally be about. So y'all know, when y'all start seeing my videos, y'all already know what we're finna do. You already know, because I done already told y'all right now. You see what I'm saying? So we all get on one accord. Yeah. So this channel will really be a space where I, Tierney, did I introduce myself to y'all? Go back. But no, we're going for it. I'm just gonna go ahead and just let y'all know. I'm sorry, y'all. I introduced myself. Why y'all didn't stop me? I'm just talking. Anyway, y'all, my name is Terenicia. I am 23 years old. I am from Memphis, Tennessee. Yada yada yada. You'll get to know me later on. But yes, my name is Terenicia. People call me T. Yeah. So quick introduction. But yes, this channel will be a space where I basically use it as a space to basically tell my story, to tell my life experiences, to share with you all the truth. Yeah, because what I have come to realize is that over my years of just growing and maturing in Christ and just in general, there are a lot of things that we do not know because people won't tell us. There are a lot of things that we go through, and sometimes we feel alone because no one else is bold enough to tell their story. Is bold enough to say, hey, I went through this too, and while it is hard, you can make it through, right? I've learned that for whatever reason, a lot of people do not tell the truth. They don't share their full testimony. They don't share the truth of their testimony because of, well, I do know some reasons, but everyone is, they have their own perspective, their own reasons as to why they do things. But I know for me in particular, one of the reasons why I did not, or I wasn't comfortable with sharing my testimony in general, was because of the opinions of man. And let me tell you, using this space would be a time where I really want to come against those things, like where the opinions of man hold more power than what you know about yourself, where the opinion of man holds more weight than what God says. I really want to come against that whole narrative as I use this platform, as I use this space. And so I'm really excited because I know for sure that God gave me vision, not only for this platform, but for my mandate on the earth, and for my assignment, as he began to just show me my identity and establish me as who Tiernesia is. One of the things that I was really on a hunch for toward the ending of last year, or really just for a while, but really intentional about it toward the end of the year last year, was to know who is Tiernesia. And I know that it's like a, well, duh, like your daughter of God and yada yada yada, but beyond that, who is Tiernesia? Because literally there are thousands, millions of people that are daughters of God, but what makes Tiernesia? What makes her tick? What are her passions? Like, those are things that I really wanted to learn about myself, my belief systems. Because let me tell y'all, there are some things that your girl believed and she had to throw it out. Like, there are some things, and while I learned that my old belief system, that it was a mess, really, but while I was learning about my old belief system, it made so much sense as to why I lived the way that I lived. It makes so much sense, you know? So, pause. If you don't know who you are, this is a great time to figure it out. If you don't know who you are, it's a great time to find out. It is a great time to find out, you know? Like, just take the time to just learn about who you are. I'm telling y'all, it makes everything just, like, it all makes sense. It all makes sense. And we love those moments of revelation. We love those things. But yes, so while I have been on a true hunch, and while I've been consecration and learning about who Tiernesia is, not only in the world, but what's her mandate? Like, why did God send her here? Because, or else I will allow the world to tell me, and we don't have time for that. Because if you don't know who you are, the world will tell you. We got enough of that. So, yes, in that time while I was doing that, the Lord really revealed to me that he revealed to me of my mandate. He revealed to me of my true assignment on the earth. He revealed to me my identity. And now what is happening is he's literally just establishing me and rooting me in that identity, and not the one that I wanted. And not the one that I kind of made up so that it could be pleasing to other people. Because I tell you, what the Lord has showed me about myself and my mandate, it's like, ugh. Okay. it's out there, but it's out there for a reason. And we don't need two of everybody. Like, there's no need for that. So like I said, I'll be using this space basically share my story and share my life experiences as I continue to go through them. I'm not going to tell you, well, I will, but I'm going to tell you the truth of now. I'm not going to gatekeep. I learned that on TikTok. The girl is on gatekeep. Yeah, I learned a lot from TikTok. Okay, off topic. But yes, really sharing my life experiences and really telling the truth and letting people know, like, hey, like, I went through this too. You're not by yourself. Matter of fact, I have strategy on how I navigated through that. And I think a lot of times you know what, I was watching a podcast or a YouTube video from Tim Ross, and he always refers to this thing called Jesus glitter, or whatever he says. He says, my God. And in that, it really just made me think about how us as the church and as people and believers, how we can sometimes over spiritualize things, and in our over spiritualizing things, we lose people. And so I'm using this space to just really just be regular. In the simplest terms, be regular. Like, be myself, be my authentic self in who God has called me to be. And I'm not doing it to get a platform or to build my platform, because I don't care about all of that. But what I more so care about is the people, and I care about people not being deceived, and I care about people knowing that they're not by themselves, because not only is God with you, but there are people who are right there with you. Hey, that's good. But yes, I'm using this space just to be myself and know to help other people know that they're not by themselves, and to share my life experiences, so you can be like, hey, T went through that, so I gotta go through it. T did that, so I don't have to. But yeah, that's pretty much it. And usually I was gonna try to, like, you know, go in my room and have this whole little setup and get the lights, camera, action, and then the Lord rebuked me, because I literally just left from a leadership meeting or event, if you will, and I was just talking to him in the car. He was like, why not start now? And so what I did was, I got my phone on my bag, slide over the camera, go over to video, set it up, and I cut it on, because we don't have time. We don't have time. Yeah, so I will be doing these in just inconvenient, like, spaces, even though my favorite place is my car, because I feel like the Lord and I just really have a nice time in my car. I don't know if anybody else can agree, but that's for me. So yes, but yes, really taking the time to just talk to you all and share my life experiences, and in hopes that my truth would set other people free. That was a mouthful for me to just really digest. But my hope and prayer is that by me telling the truth, that it would not only bring more liberation to me, but that it'll set other people free who are in the same bondages, or who were in the same bondages that I was once in, or just got out of. Like, I want to tell the truth. Growing up, when I would go through certain things, I didn't know who to go to and ask, and not necessarily vent to, but who could give me the language to what I was going through, because nobody said anything. For what I saw, everybody was perfect except for me. Yeah, that was a lot to just say. But growing up, I felt like everyone else didn't go through anything but me. And so it's hard for me to see a way out when I didn't feel like nobody else went through anything. It was all about, you know, pray it through, or God will see you through, and da-da-da-da. But sometimes there are things that you have to do. And there are some things that you're going to have to just go through. Like, the life experiences that we go through aren't omitted to anyone. Like, everyone has to go through a process. Everyone has to go through life experiences. And it does not matter who you are, what you are. It does not matter your title. It doesn't matter how much money you have. You are not omitted by the life that you have to live. You are not omitted by the circumstances of life. And For a long time, I used to think that people that were believers and Christians and followers of Christ, that they didn't go through anything. And again, as I matured, as I grew in Christ, I realized that, hey, like, we all going through it. But I just know who to call upon. I know that there is someone that I can call upon, literally, that knows my situation and knows how to help me. So, yeah. Yes. That is pretty much to bring it all together. That is pretty much what I am going to be doing with this space. And it'll be just tea. All tea. All tea. So be prepared. Because I'm going to say the good, the bad, and the ugly. I'm going to really expose myself. And that's new for me. Because if you know T, then you know that T don't be trying to expose herself. T don't be trying to do all that, okay? But it's the Lord, so amen. Really exposing myself to just bring truth and light. Just bring light. Sometimes the light is you exposing yourself and telling the truth. Yeah. So I'm excited, y'all. I'm really excited. Yeah, I'm really excited. I'm excited for what is going to happen through me using this space. I'm excited to see the liberation take place. I'm excited to see the freedom is going to be taking place and accepted by a lot of people. I'm excited to see just this full thing come to pass, because the Lord has showed me a lot of things, and I'm just like, okay, like, all right, let's see how it goes. All right, he cast the vision out. I wrote it down, and I'm just going with it. So yes, I'm really excited about all that God's gonna do, and I admonish everybody that's gonna watch this or whatever. It's time for us to tell the story. It's time for us to tell the story. It's time for us to tell the truth. It's time for us to expose ourselves. It's time for us to be ourselves. It's time for us to just do that. Because there are people that need to know that. There are people, a generation, a remnant that needs to know that, listen, I went through that. Matter of fact, I just got out of that. Or I'm going through it too. You are not by yourself. You know what? Let's both figure out a way that we can get through it together. It can all be so simple. It can all be so simple. But yeah, I admonish you all to tell your story. Because I'm so glad, and this is what I was talking to God earlier about. I'm so glad that I am able to tell my story and no one else. I am so glad that I'm having the opportunity and the space to tell my story through the horse's mouth, through somebody else, instead of somebody having to tell my story over an obituary or over a funeral or whatever the case may be. Like, I'm so grateful that I have this opportunity and space to tell my own story and not my story be told by other people. And not in the whole messy way, but literally as in, like, I'm still here to tell my story. And that's a testimony in itself. I'm still here to tell the story. I'm still here to tell my full story. I'm still here in my story. Like, I am still here. And I think, like, that's something that we oftentimes, I know for me, kind of forget, that you are still here to tell the story. That means you still have time. You are still here to tell what you've been through and how you got through it. You are still here, and you are still going through a story. What I know for sure is that I'm not done, that my story is not done. I'm in the I'm just in the middle, not even middle, but I'm just in the few chapters of my story. It's not done. And what I love is that it's not done. That's what I love about my story, is that it's not done. It's not done. It's already been written It's just not done being revealed to me. And that's what I love about this. Like, I am able to tell the story as I'm still going through it. I'm not telling something that is closed and done for. No, this is fresh. This is fresh, okay? But yes, I'm excited, y'all. I'm literally outside of my house in the car with this heat on, running my gas. Like, gas is not $4. But it's well because we're going to be obedient, okay? We're going to be obedient and just tell our story no matter where we are or we have go, because I'm really hungry. But obedience, huh? Obedience. So, yes. I'm excited, y'all. I don't want to be rambling on here, so I'm not going to ramble. But I did want to just come out here and just let y'all know, let y'all in a little bit on what to expect. So when I start throwing out these videos, y'all gonna be like, like, hold on. Let y'all know what's going on and where we're going. Hey, that was so good because we was, I literally just left a leadership meeting, and so I'm kind of a little up there. I'm kind of hype a bit. So excuse me. But yeah, hope y'all enjoyed this first little introduction video. And go tell y'all story, okay? Tell y'all story. And I'll see y'all in the next video. I don't know when it'll be. Probably today. I don't know. But see y'all later. Bye, y'all.